Am I gonna have to? Do I have to research this to argue with Lauren on Twitter? Okay, somebody give me a story for the first riot starting. Is it true that they started because they thought the guy was a Muslim immigrant? Don't care about this. Don't care. What is this?
And I'm for electric cars. I have to be, you know, because Elon endorsed me very strongly, Elon. So I have no choice. But he knows. No, I am for him. I'm for him for a small slice is a slice. But you want to have gas-propelled cars. You want to have hybrids. You want to have every kind of a car imaginable. They want to go all electric. And there's no way you can ever load them up. They call them loading them. You can't load them. We're going to have to spend $9 trillion in the Middle West. You saw they built chargers. Now,
did he just call it? Wait, no shot did he just say that. Wait. Did he just call it? Did he just say the Middle West? Wait, am I retarded? Is he referring to some other region of the planet? Wait.
There's no way you can ever load them up. They call them loading them. You can't load them. We're going to have to spend $9 trillion in the Middle West. You saw they built chargers. Now, a charger is a gas pump with electricity come through it. Is that good? So it's like for 8 chargers, they spent $9 billion. And I'm for electric cars. I have to be, you know, because Elon endorsed me very strongly.
not the Middle West. Oh, no. Not the Middle West. Okay. Jesus. I'm not American. Is Midwest not short for Middle West? That's a hello fellow Russian moment. You would never, I don't think I've ever heard that phrase in my 35 years of existence. I lived in Nebraska for 30 years. I have never in my life heard someone say Middle West, ever. Never. Ever. I don't even know if I've seen that written out before. That might be a whole new phrase. That might have been the very first time anybody has ever uttered the words Middle West before in the entire history of language. It's the same thing as hearing someone say, "Are you outside of your mind?"
The State Department is on the defense in the wake of the emerging controversy over Andorra, which received over $3 billion in U.S. aid money last year. That funding has now been cut off following the revelation this week that Andorra is not a war-torn African region, as previously believed, but in fact is a very wealthy Western European country. With us now from the State Department is Deputy Secretary Paul
Without
Heffron.
looking, where is Andorra? I don't remember. I think it's near. It might have been one of those things inside Spain, or was it off the coast of Italy? Was it one of the things in southern Spain? Andorra. Yeah, I remember. No, shit. France, my bad. No. Yes. I still mix France and Spain up in my brain. But yeah, we would have gotten this right on the geo quiz.
How did this happen?
Well, it was a simple mix-up. Someone said Andorra was in Africa. It sounded right. We just kept sending them money.
I'm looking at a transcript here, and it is a meeting between you and Deputy Secretary of State John Negroponte. Quote, Andorra, where is that? You say it's in, well, of course, it's right by, what's it called again? Negroponte says, is it in Africa? And you say, yes, Africa, exactly. They're in a really bad situation there in Africa.
Yes, it was an honest mistake. I just thought that they're way across the ocean somewhere. Their lives must be very, very difficult.
Is there no way to get the money back?
Well, we've spoken to the government there, and they told us that they assumed it was a gift and that they're sorry, but the money is already spent. Apparently, it was very helpful in renovating their ski chalets and some public saunas.
Now, Mr. Heffron, I want you to take a look at this map the State Department sent over to us this morning and said this is the one we have been using. Now, clearly, you can see Andorra is not on that map.
Yes, well, we thought it was in that blue area there down below Mumbambu, but...
Prime Minister of Andorra, Albert Pintat, made a public apology at a press conference earlier this morning.
Every Andorran will remember your generosity and stupidity each time we ride in the pure gold baskets of our individual hot air balloons.
Well, look, I mean, there's probably hundreds of countries in the world, and it's very hard to keep track of these things, very confusing.
Who's going to take the blame for this?
Well, the Andorra people will take the blame for it. They know exactly where they are. They should have told us.
Mr. Heffron, we are out of time here, but thank you for being with us.
We already did this on stream before. It's easily possible for two people to rape each other simultaneously. Anybody saying no is a small brain. Boom. Okay, imagine two twin girls, okay? One of whom has wanted to bang her sister's husband for years, but hasn't been able to. Imagine she gets the wife intoxicated, leaves her at home, while she goes out to meet and fuck the husband. Imagine the husband is upset because his wife hasn't been putting out lately, so he roofies the twin when they meet up. The wife has raped the husband. No, wait, not the wife. The wife's sister. Hold on, fuck. Wait. Oh, wait. Edit. The wife's sister has raped the husband because she lured him into a non-consensual sexual relationship or encounter, and the husband has raped the twin because he roofied her with the intention of having sex with her while she was unconscious. Boom. Double rape. They're both raping each other. Why do they have to be twins? Well, because how else are you going to confuse the husband on who he's banging?
Oh, but it's so easy. Then do it, nigga. Go take the free bag. It's not like that little Smurf bitch didn't allow his fucking retarded, quote-unquote, Christian whore to, like, just leak the pay because she was in her feelings, the fucking prostitute. You know she takes it up the booty because Jesus wouldn't count it as a sin. Because that bitch doesn't know about Christianity, but whatever. You know what I mean? That's a conversation for another day. So when he allowed his little whore to fucking leak the pay, right? All them other niggas knew how much I was getting. So they could have easily stepped up and been like, yo.
Wait, did his pay ever even get leaked before he left? Okay. Dude, Destiny is showing you all what speed does to you. Insanity, hatred, ugliness, smelly, greasy, and disliked. How mad are you that you're like screeching at me that I'm spiraling out of control, that my career is over? As everything continues to carry on as usual, maybe even a little bit better, while your party is literally self-destructing for the entire world to see. Oh, I do want to say one thing that worries me a lot. Oof, this was really scary. Am I going to be able to find this? There was a... Well, I feel like my posts don't always save. Whatever, fuck. I was going to make a joke. Somebody was... What were they... trying to challenge, like, was it early photos of Kamala Harris or photos of her parents trying to say that, like, they don't think she's actually as black as she says she was? Like, man, I sure hope that the Republicans don't continue with those attacks, because, woof, that's going to be so bad for the Democrats if they keep trying to claim that Kamala isn't black. The Indian family pick? Something like that, yeah. As part of today's announcement, Republicans for Harris includes endorsements by prominent Republican voices from across the country, including former Trump White House officials Stephanie Grisham and Olivia Troy, former Secretaries Chuck Hagel and Ray LaHood, former governors Jim Edgar, Bill Weld, and Christine Todd Whitman. Damn. Jeez. Good luck. IC calls tests that sparked vitriol targeting boxers Iman and Lean. Is it Lin or Lean? Should be Lin, probably, huh? Impossibly flawed. Well, they're just saying they broke process or procedure, basically. What is this?
Trying to cut sugar.
Just add crayon.
Oh.
Tastes great, but zero sugar.
Huh. You're all right.
Now on Capitol Hill, lawmakers are questioning former associates of President Biden's son, Hunter. It's part of the House Republicans' impeachment inquiry into President Biden. Hunter Biden was asked to appear at this hearing, but declined to testify. Joining us now, NBC News Justice
like
and
5 months
intelligence
ago?
correspondent Ken Delaney. Ken, good morning. So what's this hearing all about?
Good morning, Jose. Look, House Republicans are really trying to find some sort of spark for an impeachment investigation that just hasn't caught fire. They're bringing in Tony Bobulinski, he's testifying now, a former Hunter Biden business partner, who will say that the Biden family was selling access and influence based on Joe Biden's public office, and that, as he puts it, they sold out to foreign actors who were seeking to gain influence and access to Joe Biden and the United States government. The problem, of course, is that the inquiry has not produced a shred of concrete evidence evidence showing that Joe Biden did anything illegal. Now, I've spoken with ethics experts about this who say that Joe Biden...
Did he just misspeak? Ethics experts.
Anything illegal. Now, I've spoken with ethics experts about...
Oh my God. Unbelievable.
This, who say that Joe Biden should not have allowed his son to make money based on the family name. But that's not a crime. And it's something that relatives of public officials in Washington have been doing for generations, Jose.
And Ken, meanwhile, former Rudy Giuliani business associate Lev Parnas is testifying there at invitation of House Democrats?
Yeah, that's right. Lev Parnas was an associate of Rudy Giuliani who helped Giuliani in his effort to gather derogatory information about the Biden family in Ukraine. He was prosecuted and jailed for campaign finance violations, and now he's come full circle. He says that the allegations by House Republicans are not only false, but they're a product of a Russian disinformation campaign. One Democratic lawmaker even plans to wear a Vladimir Putin mask during the hearing to underscore the Democratic view that Republicans are doing the bidding of the Russians. Again, worth pointing out, there are legitimate questions about the ethics of how Hunter Biden made millions of dollars from Ukrainian and Chinese companies, but no evidence that Joe Biden did anything wrong.
Oh, shit. Also, fuck. I didn't focus on this. I wanted to a few days ago. We have to play careful here. I was going to say, I don't really want to, like, game the community note system because I feel like it's kind of scumbaggy, but I mean, I guess everybody fucking does. However, this piece of shit started to mass block every single person that was responding to her and then complaining about, like, I think in another tweet she complained about community notes things. I think that these people, I think what she's trying to do is I think she's trying to mass block anybody that could thumbs down the community note so that she has all of her tweets monetized. She did ask her followers to downvote the community notes. Okay, yeah. Does she have, like, blatantly false info then that's not... When did I debate her? It might have been around here, August 1st. She trained her whole life, and this is the moment she got. This is Angela as a little girl. Wait, is this Angela as a little girl, or was this the Algerian as a little girl? What? She typoed? No, hold on. You're banned. Why do you say this? She didn't typo, you fucking retard. She's trying to show a picture of the girl to make her seem more sympathetic because she's, like, saying she's crying or whatever. And she doesn't believe that the Iman is a she doesn't believe Iman is a girl. She thinks she's a man. I'm pretty sure this is the Algerian though. Yeah. She's this woman is a misinfo machine. Noters, remember to downvote the humorless low-T community note. Destiny's weaponizing community notes for his ego. Yeah, she's upset. Oh, and they got rid of the community note.
Criminal immunity? What? It's to impeach what is that process? Impeachment has nothing to do with criminal liability. The maximum...
How do I not get angry about this? It worked. Like, this makes me upset. Like, she's so confident, and she posts a video, and she's wrong, and what she's posting is wrong. Like, but no, what she's posting is right. She's just not even interpreting it correctly.
Minimum conviction sentence you can get for being impeached is just being removed from office and prevented from taking seat in future. Sentence you can get the maximum conviction sentence you can get for being impeached is just being removed from office.
The maximum conviction sentence you can get for being impeached is being removed from office
and prevented from taking
seat in future office.
That's it.
No, it's not.
All right.
Nuh-uh. And then she links this. Those who have been impeached and removed from office are still subject to criminal prosecutions. This is a different process. That's not impeachment. This is actually like... it's... Correct. Impeachment is the check and the balance. When trying a president, this step needs to happen first, or the justice system could be weaponized against every sitting president. A president can be held criminally liable once the check and the balance is complete. That's not true. This is not true. Not only is it not true, Roberts explicitly rejected this argument when it was put before the Supreme Court. Because it says here in the Constitution, nevertheless. Judgment in cases of impeachment mean you can only be removed from office. But the party convicted shall nevertheless, that means irrespective of what's happened before, nevertheless, be able to be criminally convicted afterwards according to law. And that interpretation is one that Roberts even agrees with. But it's okay, because nobody reads anything. And yeah, she just lies and engages with bots and retards in the replies. Yeah, it's insane. Okay. The whole argument for not impeaching the second time from Republicans was that courts would hold Trump accountable. Destiny McConnell agrees with you too. No, that was a separate thing. That was retarded. No, that was just stupid. No, McConnell doesn't agree with me. McConnell said that we can't impeach him because he's out of office already. And there were like 7 Republicans that went with that, basically, which is not, there's no reason to think that. Destiny, to steelman her argument, she's saying a president still to be prosecuted. No, shut the fuck up. Why are you, there's no steelman here. You're not steelman. You're inventing a new argument. She never said that. That she directly contradicted my claims there. You're just wrong. Also, who the fuck is this guy? This guy's not a real doctor, is he? How do you impeach someone who's out of office? What do you mean? The same way you would impeach anybody, no? Remember, impeachment is twofold. You're removed from office, and it prevents you from holding future office. That's why the Senate Republicans didn't want to convict Trump in the Senate once he was impeached in the House, because they knew then he wouldn't be able to run again for office. That's why they didn't want to do it. Anything else they say is a bold-faced lie.
Ethan Klein from...
Is this guy an actual doctor?
Ethan Klein from H3 Podcast on Ozempic. I'm Real Dr. Bay, TikTok, semaglutide, and tirzepatide expert. Ethan Klein recently went on a podcast and said that he lost over 100 pounds. And when asked how he did it, he said he stopped eating, which is technically true because these medications do suppress your appetite, so you do eat less. Do I think Ethan Klein owes it to his audience to tell him the truth if he is on these weight loss medications? No, I don't think because I don't believe his whole brand is about weight loss. The same way Oprah and Kelly Clarkson, their whole brand for decades have been about weight loss, and so I do think they owe it to their followers to admit if they found a secret to losing weight after all those years. The good thing and bad thing about these GLP-1 receptor agonists is they work so well that it's kind of hard to hide that you lost so much weight. Ethan,
how the fuck could you possibly know someone who's on Ozempic? What? Like, there's a million other things that could explain weight loss. Medication-wise, I think all stimulants can lead to weight loss. There are diseases that could cause you to lose weight. You could have cancer. You could have some kind of other thing. You could have like tooth pain that makes you eat less. Okay. One of the ways you know if your animal's teeth are unhealthy is if they start losing weight. There's like a billion other things that could make you lose weight. How could you know it's Ozempic? You could be dieting and exercising. That could make you lose weight. Why would you come on here and just say, like, if this guy's a doctor, he should lose his license. This guy can't be a licensed professional, is he? Where's Mr. Girl at? If he is, this guy should be reported. And he should either lose his license or have like a suspension plus reprimand. This is insane. Why would you say this as a... But he might not be a real dog. I don't know. He's a plastic surgeon? If he's a plastic surgeon, then I feel like he should know even better. Isn't plastic surgery like one of the most competitive surgical fields to be in. Is it the most competitive surgical field to be in? Board certified plastic surgeon. Somebody should report him. That's wild. That's wild. Another psychologist says that the board didn't find his relationship with Reckful problematic.
They did not find that his relationship with Reckful was a problem. What they did find was that he was representing to the audience. He was to the viewers. And the harm was to the medical profession, not to Reckful, not to the public, but the harm was to the profession. And when you harm the profession in the eyes of the public, you give the public reasons to avoid you as a profession, which can harm the public. That's the idea. So that's what they found. And they also did not tell him he had to take any content down, which leads me to believe that they think that the content is...
Oh. Wait a second. Do they have any conversations with Dr. K and Reckful up on his channel still? Or did they take that down?
We good?
Oh. Actually, this is actually probably the strongest argument in that favor then. That it probably wasn't explicitly, even though I said they did put those rules and they put the facts of the Reckful thing there, because it seems like if that would have been a huge part of the reprimand, they probably would have told him you should take this content down if this is the content that's representing negatively the medical field or whatever, would be my guess. Okay, hold on. I want to do this one more time, okay? Okay. I need you guys to understand this, okay? We need to understand this. We're all going to understand this, okay? Wait, Destiny, Bonger here. I don't understand why you can't be impeached and then prosecuted when you're a normal citizen. Okay. The only reason I know this is because Roberts horrendously miscited a Federalist paper that I went and read, either on stream or off stream, I don't remember. And it's a really good Federalist paper about impeachment. No, actually, wait. I don't think Roberts... It might have been in oral arguments. Or was it Roberts? It might... Actually, wait. It might not have been a Federalist paper. Wait. It was... No, I think it was Trump's counsel. Statements on impeachment. Benjamin Franklin? Was there a Federalist paper on it? Fuck, hold on. I'm trying to remember. I should have... Please let me find this. Fuck! What did I read? Did I read this? Did I read this on stream? Fuck! What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? Hold on. There's a quote that somebody uses. It was either Roberts or it was either Trump's attorneys. They used a quote, I think from Benjamin Franklin, about impeachment. And I went and I looked up the source of the quote to see what it was. And it was, the conversation was illuminating. It made sense. Fuck. Oh no. We're finding this. We will find this, and I will sit here and look for it. Was it Federalist 69? Was it this? feel like it was a conversation between people that we read. I'm not going to be able to find it. God damn it. Okay, listen. Fuck, I should have written it down. There's a conversation, I want to say it's between Benjamin Franklin and somebody else. There's a conversation where they're talking about, how do you remove a sitting person from office, okay? Now, there's like two ways to do this. One way is pretty bad, and the other way is really bad. The really bad way is through assassination. You have to kill the king, right? You can't remove a king from power without killing him, right? Or you could have kind of like a republic where you don't want to kill the person, okay? But like, how do you get somebody to step down? You got to fabricate some charges, okay? We got to make some fucking bullshit ass criminal charge, and then we can get this guy removed from office, okay? Because now he's a criminal, get on the fuck out, right? When the framers designed the process of impeachment, the idea is the people need a way to hold office holders accountable, to remove them from office, okay? Without needing to kill them, and without them having to commit a crime, or like the temptation to fabricate criminal charges to remove somebody from office if they're doing a bad job, et cetera, right? So the idea was, we have this process called impeachment, okay? What impeachment allows us to do is say, for whatever reason we think you're doing a really bad job, we don't need a criminal conviction, but if enough of us agree, we can remove you from office and prevent you from holding future office. So now you don't have the temptation to fabricate criminal charges. Now you don't have to kill people to remove them from office. This is what the process of impeachment was created for. Please stop letting anybody say that, like, you have to impeach somebody before criminally charging them, or impeachment is the same as criminal charges, or that, like, you can't, like, none of that. Impeachment has nothing. Impeachment was explicitly created to avoid the whole process of having to do anything relating to criminal charges. That's why impeachment exists as a separate, different process. Otherwise, you would just have, the framers would have just said, if you've been convicted of a crime, you can no longer hold office. If you've been convicted of these crimes, then you are no longer able to, be a seated member of Congress or whatever. But they didn't say that. They outlined and created an entirely separate process, separate from the courts, right? I don't know why the fuck they use the same goddamn language, because it's confusing as fuck, okay? But when you're tried in the House and when you're convicted in the Senate, and they even have the same language of, like, the judge is the fucking Senate president or whatever bullshit. They shouldn't use those words. I don't know why they do. But it actually has nothing to do with the judicial system. There's no judiciary aspect or element or review involved in this whatsoever. It is only like in that House, in the Congress, that the impeachment is done. It has nothing to do with criminal anything, even though they use the words conviction. Oh my God, thanks. I think somebody found it. Fuck me. Okay. Sorry. Just remember this. Anytime somebody brings this fucking shit up, okay? Hold on. This might have been... Okay, wait. I think it was this. I don't even know what the context of this conversation was. We read this on stream like a couple months ago. Convention. Who cares? If he be not impeachable while in office, he will spare no efforts or means, whatever, to get himself reelected. He considered this as an essential security for the good behavior of the executive. We won't read all this. Okay. Concurred in the necessity of making the executive impeachable whilst in office. Governor Morris, Govr, right? I assume that. He could do no criminal act without coadjutors who may be punished. In case he should be reelected, that will be sufficient proof of his innocence. Besides, who is to impeach? Is the impeachment to suspend his functions? If it is not, the mischief will go on. If it is not, the mischief will go on. If it is, the impeachment will be nearly equivalent to a displacement and will render the executive's dependence on those who are to impeach. Okay, so it sounds like they're arguing here, I guess, like, who should have the ability to impeach somebody? Will impeachment impede the powers of the president to carry out his job? Interesting. Colonel Mason. No point is of more importance than the right of impeachment should be continued. Shall any man be above justice? Above all, shall that man be above it who can commit the most extensive injustice? When great crimes were committed, he was for punishing the principal as well as the coadjutors. There had been, coadjutors I think just means like co-conspirators here. There had been much debate and difficulty as to the mode of choosing the executive. He approved of what had been adopted at first, namely of referring to the appointment to the national legislature. One objection against electors was a danger of their being corrupted by the candidates, and this furnished a peculiar reason in favor of impeachment whilst in office. Shall the man who has practiced corruption and by that means procured his appointment in the first instance be suffered to escape punishment by repeating his guilt? I think they're arguing over whether to impeach somebody in office or outside of office. And then Franklin says, he was for the retaining the clause as favorable to the executive. History furnishes one example only of a first magistrate being formally brought to public justice. Everybody cried out against this as unconstitutional. What was the practice before this in cases where the chief magistrate rendered himself obnoxious? Why recourse was had to assassination in WCH, which he was not only deprived of his life, but of the opportunity of vindicating his character. It would be the best way, therefore, to provide in the Constitution for the regular punishment of the executive, where his misconduct should deserve it, and for his honorable acquittal when he should be unjustly accused. Morris admits corruption and some few other offenses to be such as ought to be impeachable. Jesus Christ. But thought the cases ought to be enumerated and defined. Mr. Madison thought it indispensable that some provision should be made for defending the community against the incapacity, negligence, or perfidy of the chief magistrate. The limitation of the period of his service was not a sufficient security. He might lose his capacity after his appointment. He might pervert his administration into a scheme of peculation or oppression. He might betray his trust to foreign powers. The case of the executive magistrate was very distinguishable from either the legislature or any other public body holding offices of limited duration. It could not be presumed that all or even a majority of the members of an assembly, whether lose their capacity for discharging or be bribed to betray their trust, besides the restraints of their personal integrity and honor, the difficulty of acting in concert for purposes of corruption was a security to the public, and if one or only a few members should be seduced, dishonest, fuck, hold on, I don't know if this is what we read. Am I going to watch The Sopranos? Yeah, I will eventually. I think this is what we read. Hold on. This might have been it. Yeah, I guess this might have been it. But basically, before you basically have to assassinate, kill people, which is not good. It's not a good way of removing people from office. Impeachment is to remove people from office. That's it. There is no court involved. There is no criminal charge. There is no, Don't let people get away with saying that. It's dumb. It's retarded. It's not in the language of the Constitution. There is no historical or legal precedent for it. Also, doesn't it avoid double jeopardy while addressing two procedures? Doesn't it avoid... Well, yeah, that's what the nevertheless part of it is for, yeah. Feelings on the title that the New York Times chose to run with on this article. Oh, I did chat with Pisco a couple days ago. You know what I'm feeling? Do prosecutors ever give interviews? I am actually really curious why Jack Smith didn't go for insurrection charges. I can think about it from like a lawyer brain perspective. Like you want the charges that you think are the most likely to prove in court. Oh, no, actually I can see it from multiple, because insurrection is going to be a way more difficult case to prove because there's so many more factors. And if you lose an insurrection charge, people are going to take that as though, I can see both sides of that. Aren't they saying you need to impeach before taking them to criminal trial? People say that, but that's not the plain reading of the impeachment clause. And it's there's no historical precedent that makes it seem that to be the case. That's just not, yeah. Okay, don't care about this. When they tell you that no one was charged unless convicted for insurrection, you should ask them if they think Al Capone was a gangster since he was only convicted for tax evasion. Sure. I'm not going to get triggered by Lauren on Twitter today. I'm not going to get triggered. It's not going to happen. What is this? Context of the Trump post-ellipse car ride. So the only consequence Trump can face for his actions is to impeach him now, or am I missing something? No. Okay. Just, it's okay. No, that's fine. There are no dumb questions about this, okay? I will repeat this as much as we need to because it helps me learn it and it helps all of us know it. You have the executive branch. You've got the, what is this called? Legislative branch? Congressional? What do you call it? Legislative branch? And then you've got the courts, the judicial branch, okay? If you want to impeach somebody, okay, impeachment is the process by which you remove them from office. If the legislature wants to impeach the president, the only statement that a legislature can do are things allotted to it explicitly by the Constitution. So the impeachment is there, passing legislation is there, okay? That's it. Now, I'm going to make a big absolute statement. Pisco can correct me if he wants. I don't believe that the legislature can ever say, ever, that we're going to decide if you've committed a crime or not. That's just not within the purview of what the legislature does. The legislature passes laws, among other things. They confirm appointments in the Senate. There's other things they do. They confirm, the other checks and balances. But the legislature passes laws. The legislature does not say when you've broken a law, okay? That's what the judicial system is for. It is up to a judge to determine, to look at the facts of a case, and then to have both sides present things, or for process and procedure, for the judge to go over it himself, right? And then for a jury to sit there in the courtroom, right? The judicial system is what says whether or not you have broken a law, you've done something illegal. It is exclusively in the judicial to do that. When people say things like, oh no, when you impeach, you impeach him and that's when you figure you've done a crime. No, that is absolutely not what the role of the legislature is. The judicial would never give that power away. Why the fuck would I let these guys, the guys who passed the laws, are now going to tell me if I've broken the law? Absolutely not. You would never want that. You wouldn't want the same people that are passing laws to be the ones to determine, well, we said that no sexual assault, and actually, the way you looked at that girl, actually, you did, fuck you, fuck you. And you're like, wait, hold on, I voted for you guys to pass this bill. I thought it was a good bill, but now your interpretation of this bill is way different than we thought it was. No, wait, hold on. You're writing the legislation, right? I don't want you guys to, and I don't want the guy that's enforcing the law, the president, the executive. I don't want the cop to decide if I'm breaking the law either. Fuck you. No, hold on. We need a separate branch that is wholly independent from the other two, where I can go and I can argue, listen, okay, they passed a law, and this motherfucker up here arrested me for breaking the law, and now I've come to you to adjudicate and tell me, all right, have I committed a crime? That's what the courts are for. Impeachment is a process by which you remove somebody from office, okay?
All you're doing is kicking them out of office. When you impeach somebody in the House and then you convict them in the Senate, even though they use the word conviction, all you're doing is a political process. It has nothing to do with the criminal process. That's all I'm saying, okay? You don't have to remember the federal papers or any cuck bullshit quotes or any names of anybody. Just think about like what the branches of government are for and what we want them to do, and conceptually like where everybody slots in. You don't ever want the person writing the bill to tell you if you've broken a law, or the person that's enforcing the law to be the one to determine that like you have indeed broken. You don't want that. There's a separate branch that's involved in that, and they're the ones exclusively that have that as their job. That's why we have the courts. Look up Bill of Attainder. Why wasn't Trump already impeached? Is the bar too high? He was impeached in the House twice, and he was convicted in the Senate no times. The reason why he wasn't convicted in the Senate times is because the Republicans said that they didn't feel like you could convict somebody in the Senate for an impeachment after they were already out of office, which is not true. But that's what they said. A Bill of Attainder is a legislative act that punishes a person or group of people for a crime without a trial. This is not like, you can't do this, right? Wait, hold on. Okay, wait, hold on. Maybe everything I just said was wrong. Wipe the stream. Wipe the stream, August. A Bill of Attainder is an act of a legislature declaring a person or group of people guilty of some crime, a punishment, often at a trial. It's the attainder resulting from the normal judicial process. In history of England, the word... Oh, this is like some common law. American dissatisfaction with British attainder laws resulted in their being prohibited. Oh, okay. In the U.S. Constitution of 1789. Bills of attainder are forbidden to both the federal government and the states, reflecting the importance that the framers attached to this issue. Every state constitution also expressly forbids bills of attainder. The U.S. Supreme Court has invalidated laws under the attainder. Oh, I should just say that. This is like a good term I should use then. Saying that you could convict somebody for a crime in the Senate would essentially be a bill of attainder, basically. It would be conceptually married to that idea, yeah. Okay. How do you feel about things like martial law? Well, didn't you actually know that when Rome was in trouble, the Romans nominated one man to defend their city?
Either die a hero, or Romans would suspend democracy.
It's a democracy, Harvey.
When their enemies were at the gates, the Romans would suspend democracy and appoint one man to protect the city.
Did you know that?
And it wasn't considered an honor, it was considered a public service.
Harvey, the last man that they appointed to protect the Republic was named Caesar, and he never gave up his power.
Okay, fine. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Look.
Why is it that... Bruce Wayne says that he's going to hold a dinner. He's going to hold a party, a fundraiser for Harvey Dent with all the richest people in all of Gotham.
Just tell me.
So these are all of the richest people in all of Gotham. What happens to them? Because they're all here being held by the Joker and his, clowns and everything. And then Batman just like jumps off the building. What happened to all the rich people up there? I'm just kidding. Don't look at any of the Batman films too closely, because literally all of these plots are unfathomably incoherent. It's not even worth it, okay? Okay, 2 more links. What do we got?
The Republicans are the ones that want to ban abortion. Why don't you be honest?
Officer Tatum destroys Destiny and Cenk Uygur on Kamala Harris's trash record.
About it. Why don't you be honest about it? Donald Trump said he's okay with abortion up to 15 weeks. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com. Get the merch link in the description section. Get you one of these brand new Trump Vans shirts. This is an incredible design. One of my favorite shirt designs. We wanted to put it on like a vintage shirt, but we're going to just use it.
Imagine simping for somebody this hard. Oh my God. He's doing it for free. Are you paid by the campaign to do this, or?
shirt for now. If somehow y'all want it bad enough, hit us in the email and ask for a vintage shirt. We'll do like a comfort color or something like that. If you want it bad enough, maybe we'll start producing them on their shirts. But right now we have our standard shirt with the design. Like, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button.
It shows that Democrats have pivoted their focus from whining to winning, and smearing both Trump and his supporters as grubby weirdos is the new coordinated line of attack.
Us MAGA Republicans banned abortion, but that's just the start. That's just the start. If Trump gets elected, we want. Of course, it should be illegal to use.
Required to have particulars that they can be pretty weird.
You're a serial killer, and I'm definitely not a serial killer. If you free,
I like how they
12 eggs, you should.
They like wet this dude's shirt up and everything.
Be required to have 12 babies, or else you're a serial killer, and I'm definitely not a serial killer. Are you?
Well, the problem with Democrats at this point in particular is that they can be pretty weird themselves, not least in that video montage we just watched, but also as evidenced by Harris supporters at campaign events so far this week.
You don't mess with childless cat ladies.
Good evening, folks. My name is Gather.
You learn.
People doing it with the anger of winning and weird.
It's not other people.
I don't think so. The way that
Oh wait, I thought he was going to do commentary. He's just like replaying the video from Piers' channel? Is that what he's doing? Oh my, there's no point in even. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 in the 2000s. Young boy was so bad, it's back there, make it want to spend his cash, his last year, girl.
Okay. Is this story worth reading? $10 million cash withdrawal drove secret probe into whether Trump took money from Egypt. Ugh, Reddit comments aren't going to summarize. Confirmed by a true American patriot. Oh. You forgot to talk about House? Oh, I was going to say there's a concept in House. You can't really ever do this on a widespread scale. You know what the best world is? The best world is where we can all act racist and sexist to the max without actually being racist and sexist. Wouldn't that just be the coolest world? I feel like House as a character makes a lot of like racially and sexually motivated comments about people that like are definitely problematic at the least, if not like outright racist or sexist at what they actually are. But I don't think he ever treats his team in such a way where he's like, Foreman can't handle this because he's black and stupid. And I feel like one of my favorite episodes, I think something that's so cool. This is why prequels are supposed to be cool, is when you see a character from a different angle. I still think one of the coolest episodes of House was the Cuddy episode. It was a really cute, really good episode. I think it was one of the best episodes in House, because Cuddy's a character that you're generally only engaged with in a semi-annoying manner, although you know that House is crazy, so you understand like why she has to be annoying to him. But seeing like a whole episode from her perspective, which is really cute. And then seeing like how fucking annoying it was when House is coming to her and she's like got 50 trillion other things going on in the hospital, and he wants to do like insane shit, and she's got to like that. Yeah, I thought it was a cute. Yeah, thought it was a nice, cute perspective. What season is that? I have no idea. Would you ever consider switching from a mouse to a trackball? No. Clip, I don't remember that episode. What do you mean? Good boss.
Yes. Morning, Eli.
Season 6, episode 14.
I hear you got a sick kid. Yeah, I know what that's like. Or I should say my wife. Large is.
She's got to negotiate some deal with the insurance companies for what they cover. She's got a patient who's trying to sue the hospital. She's got to deal with all the wacky house stuff. Oh no, that had to do with the patient. But it's a cute episode.
Whatever you needed. If we have to.
Oh, and the dealing with yeah.
What's going on?
I think they're fighting.
Out of my way. Now. Out of the way. What the hell is going on?
I told them to use their words, but. I didn't think you'd actually do it.
Forsen is watching House right now. Good, he should be. What is Lauren talking about? Is anything about this boy? Were his parents illegal immigrants? Okay. Oh no, not Matt Walsh tweets. Stop, no more links. A lot of very bad parenting ideas have become popular in recent decades. One of the worst is that you should never offer because I said so as an answer to your child when he asks why he has to do something or why he can't do something. In fact, because I said so is one of the best and most effective answers you can give. You should say it as much as possible. A child should be trained to respect your authority and follow your instructions, whether or not he understands or agrees. Weak leaders explain themselves. Cajoling? Cajole? When you try to get somebody to go along with cajole and negotiate. Many parents today are weak leaders in their homes. Why questions in this context from a child are almost always an act of defiance. He doesn't really care why you're telling him to turn off the TV. He's just looking for a point to argue. Because I said so is not an answer that invites argument, which is why it's much better than actually trying to explain your reasoning. A lot of people say, I hated when my parents said that to me, so I won't say to my children. With all due respect, this is the dumbest approach to parenting that you could possibly take. You also hated it when your parents made you clean your room and finish your dinner. Does that mean your own kids don't have to? Children tend to hate anything that restricts their ability to do exactly what they want. Yeah, but there are things that your parents... Why am I arguing against Matt Walsh? God damn it. There's a comment that is infected my fucking mind. And it was the... who published this? trying to think if this was a Reddit post, an FBI post, or a YouTube video. It had to do with Russian bots, and it had to do with was it a Ryan McBeth video? It had to do with basically, you go into a thread and you want to talk about something, and somebody's posted a piece of misinformation or something that's just incorrect, and then you go in and you correct it. The fact that you even go in and you even engage with it means you've already lost the battle. That when you go in and you wanted to say something positive and now you're correcting something else, you might think that like, oh, like, well, cool, I'm like taking care of this, or I shut this down or whatever. But the reality is they've already fucked your brain, because now you're in this frame of reference of like, rather than saying something positive or saying something you wanted to say, now you're already stuck in this frame of fighting against this particular thing. This might have been a Ryan McBeth video. Yeah. Fuck. And now every time I see stupid shit like this, I'm like, fuck, should I even talk about this? Yeah. Tesla live broadcast is literally AI. Please look.
Cryptocurrencies for our future. These technologies can significantly enhance transparency and efficiency.
I don't think this is the real Tesla channel, my dude. On YouTube, you can nickname nickname channels, but if you click through the thing and it says Tesla-S1U, and the channel only has 53.6 thousand subs, people just do shit like this, and they put Elon here, and then they do crypto scams. This is AI generated, right? Probably. It's probably all AI generated, or it's a past recording of Elon. But these are all just like scams. Okay, I'm gonna grab a Red Bull, and then we're just gonna read and do boring stuff. Also, oh, true. If you guys send me 1 Bitcoin, also to my Bitcoin wallet, I'll send you back 2 Bitcoins tomorrow, okay? So everybody send me 1 Bitcoin, thank you. I'll send you back 2 tomorrow, promise. And I'll trim your armor for you. Be right back.